Hello friends, in this lesson we will be discussing the Indian Council Act 1861. Actually, under this Council Act 1861, five major features we see. First feature is representative institution for the first time started. Secondly, decentralization started. Ordinance also came, and you can say also nominating power of viceroy also came, and we'll see many things in this act. Let's discuss step by step the features of this Indian Council Act. You just see, under this Indian Council Act, the first feature is coming, that is representative institutions, right? So first point is representation. What is representation? Actually, now Indians are allowed to participate in law-making procedure. That means you can say in Viceroy's Executive Council, suppose Viceroy Executive Council, in which Indians are now participating. That means in case of lawmaking or legislative work, in legislative procedure, Indians are allowed to participate. This is a thing, first feature we have to remember, right? And second point, decentralization started. That means you can say decentralization. Decentralization started for the first time. Actually, decentralization means Bombay and Madras. In Bombay and Madras presidencies, the legislative powers which were deprived earlier, now it is restored. That means you can say by decentralization, Bombay Madras legislative powers were restored. This point we have to remember, right? And third point, you can say portfolio system. Portfolio system was introduced. Actually, this portfolio system was introduced in 1859 by Lord Canning, the Viceroy. Lord Canning introduced portfolio system in 1859. That means under this portfolio systems, now Indians, they can keep their departments, all these things. So first point, representative institution started. That means Indians now participate in legislative procedure. Decentralization started. That means Bombay and Madras, their legislative powers which were deprived in earlier cases, now they are restored. And portfolio system was introduced, right? Now we will discuss the next feature, new legislative councils. New legislative councils were established. New legislative councils were established in, you can say, NWFP, Northwest Frontier Province, also in Punjab, right? And also in, you can say, Bengal. So in these provinces, new legislative councils were established, right? So you can say new legislative council means actually, suppose in today's situation, for example, Vidhan Sabha is there, we know Vidhan Sabha, and also next is Vidhan Parishad. So this Parishad, this type of Vidhan Parishad, right, were established in Bengal, Northwest Frontier Province, and also in Punjab. Actually, it was in 1862, 1866, and 1897. You have to remember these points because these are very important, right? And I have told that these are the 4 points. Next point we are going to discuss ordinance. Ordinance. Actually, ordinance, we know temporary law. When there is emergency, there is something you can say the council or legislative body not functioning, not in session. At that time, situation is there to make a law. So Viceroy can issue ordinance. In that situation, this ordinance was given in this Council Act, 1861. And this ordinance lasted, or you can say the life of ordinance is only for 6 months. Right? And apart from these 5 points, Viceroy has nominating powers. Nominating powers. You can add one more point that Viceroy can nominate Indians, right? Like Raja of Banaras King, Dinankar Rao, right? Even also Patiala King. That means, what I mean to say, that nominating power was given to Viceroy, and Viceroy nominated Banaras King, Dinankar Rao, and Patiala King also. Right? These are the things you have to remember. So it is all about Indian Council Act. So we can say in shortcut, we can revise it in a shortcut way. Just see. You can make a graph like this, that suppose 1861 Council Act, right? Draw like this. Then you can do like this. Few points to remember. First is, you can say representation. So whenever representation is there, you can say Indians are represented in the Viceroy Executive Council. You can add nomination or nominating power. Nominating power, right? You can add here ordinance. Portfolio system. Portfolio system, right? And also you can say new legislative councils. New legislative councils, right? And all these things you can keep in mind. So whenever representation is there, so you can think, okay, Indians are now allowed to participate in decision-making procedure, law-making procedure. Whenever nomination is there, nominating power is there, so you can think about Viceroy can nominate Indians, right? Like Patiala King, Banaras King. So whenever portfolio system is there, you can think about that. Yes, it was introduced in 1859 and by Lord Canning, and many departments were created. And here ordinance, temporary law. So ordinance, life is 6 months. And for the first time, ordinance came in 1861 Council Act. A new legislative body or new legislative councils were created in Bengal. You can say Northwest Frontier Province, Northwest Frontier Province, also Punjab. So in this way you can memorize this 1861 Council Act. Wish you happy learning. Thank you very much. Thank you.